Have you ever met someone, heard their name clearly, literally 5 seconds ago, and the absolute microsecond they finished speaking, your brain just hit the emergency delete button? You're shaking hands, smiling like everything is fine, while internally, your soul is performing a panic-stricken autopsy on the last 10 seconds of your life. Was it Sarah? Is it Stephanie? What if it's Susan? Is it safe to just call everyone boss for the rest of my life? If you've ever nodded, smiled, and spent the next 20 minutes desperately steering a conversation to avoid ever having to say their name out loud,
to understand why this happens, cognitive psychologists give us something called the Baker's paradox. Imagine I tell you 2 pieces of information about a brand new stranger. First, their profession is a baker. Second, their last name is Baker. If you run into that person 5 years from now, you are infinitely more likely to remember that they worked as a baker than that their name was Mr. Baker. Why? Because the brain hates random data. To your brain, a face is a goldmine of evolutionary data. In milliseconds, it processes eye symmetry to see if they are trustworthy, micro-expressions to check for threats, and body language to see if they are friendly.
notice that you usually forget a name right at the moment of introduction. Psychologists call this the next in line effect. When you are introduced to someone new, your brain doesn't just sit back and take notes. Oh no, at that exact microsecond, a chaotic internal monologue goes off. Wait, do I look approachable? Is my handshake too weak? Too aggressive? Should I have gone for a nod? What am I going to say back to make sure they think I'm smart and charming? You are so intensely focused on managing your own performance and formulating your witty response that you completely miss the encoding window. The name literally bounces off your eardrum because your cognitive bandwidth is maxed out. You weren't forgetful. You were just too busy auditioning for the role of cool, collected human being. Now, here is the psychological plot twist that changes everything. Research actually suggests a correlation between struggling with names and a high capacity for social empathy. People who focus heavily on the vibe, the emotions, the context, and the shared energy of an interaction tend to dedicate their cognitive resources to the experience of the person rather than their metadata. You remember how they made you feel. You remember the warmth of the conversation, but the administrative tag attached to them? That got lost in the shuffle of genuine human connection. In short, you might be sacrificing database management for emotional intelligence. I'd call that a fair trade. So, the next time you blank on someone's name, don't beat yourself up. You aren't losing your memory. Your brain is just an over-caffeinated archivist that prioritizes vibes, faces, and survival over a sequence of syllables. And hey, if all else fails, just remember, everyone else is usually too busy worrying if you remember their name to notice that you forgot theirs. If you caught yourself nodding through this entire video, do me a favor. Drop a comment with the most embarrassing name-forgetting save you've ever pulled off. Like, subscribe, and until next time, stay brilliant, whatever your name was.